Welcome, friends. Are you sitting comfortably? Today I would like to tell you the tale of the Headless Drummer Boy. Our story begins high above Edinburgh, where the ancient stones of the castle pierce the ever-grey sky, and the wind carries more than the chill of the Highlands. It bears whispers of the past. Tales of betrayal, bloodshed, and restless spirits swirl like mist around the fortress. Among these legends, one stands apart, darker and more haunting than the rest. It is said that when the Headless Drummer Boy marches, calamity is near. His drum beats echo not from his hands, but from the chasm between life and death. Few who hear his rhythm escape unscathed, for his song is not one of music, it is a warning. As the storm rolls in, the ancient castle stirs. The wind wails through the battlements, and in the distance, a faint, hollow drumbeat begins. The legend awakens once more. Edinburgh Castle, positioned on top of Castle Rock, loomed against the brooding Scottish sky. Its ancient stones, blackened by centuries of weather and warfare, bore the weight of untold secrets. As twilight crept over the battlements, the city below fell into uneasy silence, broken only by the restless wind. Legends whispered of a ghostly presence that haunted the castle's shadowy halls, a headless drummer boy whose appearance foretold great upheaval. Few had seen him, but his phantom drumbeats were said to echo through the fortress in moments of impending doom. This night, as an autumn storm rolled in, the first faint thuds of a drum reverberated through the castle. The guards on duty froze, their breaths clouding the chill air. Though the sound grew louder, no source could be found. The drummer boy had awakened. The origins of the Headless Drummer Boy were shrouded in blood and mystery. Centuries ago, during a siege, the boy had been sent into the fray to rally the troops with his drumming. His courage was legendary, but his fate was grim. Captured by the enemy, he was executed, his head taken as a grim trophy. Yet even in death, his spirit refused to rest. Those who ventured into the lower chambers of the castle spoke of a ghostly figure, his uniform tattered and his drum slung over his chest, marching through the darkness. The sight of his headless form was rare, but the sound of his drum was an omen, a harbinger of chaos. As the storm intensified, the castle seemed alive with unnatural energy. Lightning illuminated the walls, casting fleeting shadows that moved as though alive. The drum beats grew relentless, pounding like a heartbeat deep within the stone. In the great hall, a group of soldiers, gathered for warmth and camaraderie, spoke in hushed tones. Their words were drowned by the storm, yet the drumbeat persisted, growing nearer. Some clutched their weapons, their courage waning. Others muttered prayers, their voices trembling. Suddenly, the heavy wooden doors swung open with a deafening crash. The wind howled through the chamber, extinguishing the torches. For a moment, the hall was plunged into darkness, and the only sound was the unrelenting drumbeat, pounding like a death knell. In the castle's lower corridors, where the air grew damp and the walls closed in, a lone guard ventured forth. Tasked with finding the source of the disturbance, he carried a lantern that flickered with every step. The drumbeat echoed louder here, the sound resonating through the narrow passageways. As he turned a corner, his lantern illuminated a figure standing at the far end of the corridor. The guard froze. The apparition was unmistakable. A boy, his uniform faded and torn, his chest bound with a weathered drum. Where his head should have been, there was nothing but emptiness, a void that seemed to consume the light. The boy raised his drumsticks, and the air filled with a thunderous rhythm. The guard turned to flee, but the path behind him was now blocked. The walls seemed to close in, the drum beats reverberating through his chest. With a final ear-splitting beat, the lantern shattered, plunging him into darkness. By dawn, the storm had passed, but the castle was eerily silent. The guards who had heard the drumming the night before refused to speak of it. The one who ventured into the corridors was found unconscious, his face pale and his body cold. When he awoke, he spoke of the headless drummer boy, his voice trembling with terror. Edinburgh Castle returned to its uneasy normalcy, but the legend endured. The drumbeats were heard again in the years that followed, always on the brink of great calamity. Those who heard them knew to prepare, for the headless drummer boy's warning was never in vain. And so, the tale of the headless drummer boy spread through Scotland, a chilling reminder that some spirits remain bound to the places where their lives were stolen, their restless vengeance echoing through time. There you have it, another chilling tale from the heart of Scottish folklore. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell for future Scottish stories and myths. Bye for now.